Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin.
Happening?
Hello.
I'm so confused.
Oh, let's put Jerry's audio on full. Hello, people of the interwebs.
I think I found a mute button on my microphone, by the way.
Get your mute. Now you're unmute.
Got technology and stuff. Well done, me.
Oh, grand. Hello, dudes up, Captain Aqua, Dan Lee, Orinoco, and Hazy Boy. As you can tell, Jerry has been preoccupied by Mr. Musk of the Elon.
Yes. The new Twitter symbol.
Yeah, grand.
You can't see it. It's too zoomed in here, but I think we all know deep down what it is.
Oh, I guess people can guess what it is, and yeah. It by sheer coincidence, today's drink is
Brown lemonade.
brown lemonade.
Fucking hell. Let me see. I don't have one to stop you drinking the brown lemonade. I shouldn't speak out loud. Just know that it gets better with time, and don't do roads. Maybe
Roads?
Don't do roads.
Don't do roads? What the hell is don't do roads?
Don't do roads is yep. Certainly one of those.
Something
You'll
special.
just say I'll stick it under the camera in a minute, because if I stick it up here, nobody can see it because it disappears into
In the
Elon's fascist world, whatever the fuck he is. Can't. Damn
Oh,
cat.
Dennis Knups über Kebab. Hello, Dutch.
Jam.
Yes, we're working on miniatures as well because we thought, fuck it, there's too much stuff happening in the world. We need our happy space. And Jerry really wants to paint his Starschlock.
Yes. Couldn't come last week because I had gladiators to paint, as people may or may not have seen today.
I've seen the...
holy shit, we need to get these painted because need to film tomorrow because it needs to be edited on Monday because the video goes out on Tuesday. Styly. It was good. It was good times.
My screen says I'm still offline. I guess no.
Well, not to me, you're not. But I'm not exactly the best litmus test for that.
Does anybody else ever do painting?
John, theoretically.
Yeah, and Shay has said he had painted some?
Shay will put paint on things. Shay is young. Shay's paint is applied via the medium of a house brush. We shall see. I need to base the French up that he finished off for me because I did all the airbrush work on their uniforms. And I was just like, I need you to paint their packs and webbing and guns and skin. You just block all the colours in and then I'll fucking wash over it or something. So
Let me see. I need this. Oh, see, now I have Hobby Space. Hello, Hobby Space. There's my zoomies. I need my zoomies. Put a zoomie outie.
Bump, ba-dum, bump, 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 ba-dum, bump.
That's about the right level of zoomies. Now, illumination!
Must be illuminated.
Even more illumination and magnifying old man glasses.
Shocking.
Deadly, if I could, I would stop Twitch from doing those annoying ads, but sadly, there's no way in hell that they let that be a possibility. For whatever fucking reason.
I need to do something there.
Hello, Zork.
Then I need to go here.
Maybe I will put away for a minute.
Maybe you will.
Oh, need to make some space. For later we can do tiny fighting men. Totally not Rohan riders and orcs and...
What scale are they in? 15s? Or 10s? They look like 10s.
There are 10s, indeed. They are those cobblestone ones.
Ah.
Hello,
Cobblestone
Crispin.
castings.
Long time no read.
Where do we think Oh, at Bot War.
Almost, not quite. I'm pretty sure it can be used for bot war though.
It's not Bot War. What is it then?
It's a proper transformer. It's a sound wave.
It's not as good as Bot War.
That's you say that.
Where would I find the thing that I downloaded? I don't know. I would have to go and fucking find it, aren't I? For fuck's sake.
What
Like
do you
some
need
sort of-
to find? He says, and I questioning what the fuck. Tiny
Games
page.
Vault. Or Game Vault. Good enough.
Gameful. Oh, Lord.
Log me in, you gypsy bastard. Why am I actually logged out?
Because your computer is insensitive.
I don't think it's my computer.
Demon Sun has been building a Gundam since Sunday and is still on the skeleton though. That's an achievement. Gundam balls or Transformers balls? I think Gundam balls are better. Because you got more of them. Where's
I
my-
don't know where I've put it. So I'll just do this.
Doc wants to know if there's no footy for you today.
There is a city I've just kicked off against Real Madrid. In this case, I'm hoping one of those planes fall out of the sky, you know, like they were doing like a month ago, where you can turn on the news about a plane crashing. I'm hoping one of them just lands in the pitch. That'd be good.
Wouldn't that be counterproductive to
I
With
would
the
wet
footy?
myself. Oh, it's all good. Oh no, he snapped his lace. Does not have. Mbappe doesn't know how to tie shoelaces. Maybe that's why he wanted his brother to come with him, so he would tie his shoelaces for him.
football star doesn't know how to tie shoelaces? Breaking
It's fucking
news.
criminal. Well, who the fuck? Who dresses you, Mbappe? Any of the
Mama.
planes, really? Any of the planes. Anyway, if I do this, and then
Wouldn't it
I
be
go,
fun if it would be actually a Starlink satellite from Mr. Musk that hits him on the head?
sure. Oh, I just remembered I'd set things up. They've probably all switched off because the world hates me. There we go.
He's gone.
No, not gone yet. I shall return yet. Via the
We
medium
shall
of this.
return next week.
How do I...
Boeing
Does
planes
anything
don't even
work?
get off the ground, James. So there's no falling them down. I'm pretty sure Jerry has read this today as well, but I've read today a very funny comment where somebody claimed, oh, you know, what they don't tell you when they find the black boxes, last thing pilots do is praying. So there's that, and there's God in everything, and somebody just commented, so you're saying prayers don't work.
Prayers don't work. I did see that. My favourite one was the person going, I've actually had to recover and listen to flight boxes, and that's only happened in one. In one case, I think they said 42 black box recordings. So,
Even if it was happening at every, it would make that that comment even more funny.
there we go. That's what I'm after. Does this work?
Hello,
Will that
Mr. Discony.
change?
Oh, look, see, blue and white dressings.
Yes.
So this is your goal for tonight.
I don't think there's a way I can actually change the size on that.
Why would you need to change the size?
Well, it'd be nice. Anyway, so I've got Schlocklog number 2. I should get all the
sounds horribly.
Schlocklogs. It's
Isn't that
the,
curable?
I don't think so. In the back of the net. Ah, you're a sucker. sucky. Before Star Schlock became a thing, they did these monthly or bi-monthly journals where they added additional rules and stuff in prior to the game being released, and they called them Schlock logs, like Star logs, but Schlock.
So a bit like a fanzine.
Yeah, except published by the actual people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go, back in that, lads. How did you miss that? The keeper wasn't even there. You are a suck bitch. And the Explorer Corps were these spanking black and white uniforms that are color-coded around the panel lines. Blue for command, green for science, red for engineering and security. It's not quite right, but it's not a million miles away. So there's a really nice picture on the front cover of that. Obviously, it contains their heads and feet as well, not just a big picture in the middle of one guy's torso. You can't have everything. So, anyway.
People will just have to use their imagination.
Imagination. Now, with that in mind, my cunning plan is to then paint some of self-said schlockies. So, do that.
A working table with a red cross button in the middle.
Yeah, it's all back to front though on your screen. It's weird. I'm not looking at that. That'll freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, for some odd reason, Skype does the reverse image on you.
Oh, they're just the absolute worst. 100% the absolute worst.
Well, it's Microsoft. What do you expect?
That's true. You're not getting a penalty. Get up your wine and fuck.
And a can of beer. I think I see 2 at least, and a glass.
There's 3 here. Like I said, I've already announced them. Don't Do Roads is this IPA, which looks like that. There's kids playing at home. Acrylic on canvas, I think. I don't know.
Could be anything.
Then we have I Shouldn't Speak Out Loud, which is an American pale ale.
I find it funny that the one
I think
that's
is gouache.
saying "Don't speak out loud" is it the American.
And then obviously we have Just Know That It Gets Better with Time, the pineapple and passion fruit gauze. It does tell you who does these. I think you can buy the original sometimes. It's very weird.
No, Jill, it's not being backwards. It's just for him, his own image on his side of Twitch.
Somebody stick the boot in him. Stamp on him, stamp on him. Sorry, Jack
it's
Grealish
not
was
Blood
being
Bowl.
tackled.
They're not allowed to stamp on people.
You are allowed to stay. You can stamp on Grealish all you want. He's not a real person. He doesn't count. He doesn't count as people. Anyway, let's turn my light on. I was also putting together some tiny fighting trees.
You call those tiny?
It's
That's a mothership full of...
It's quite a lot of them because I magnetized all the little bastards.
Oh god.
So they're all stackable. So yes, I now have...
Demon Sub is having a Yorkshire tea and James Cuts is having a Guinness.
Genius.
Whatever a Guinness is.
Genius.
Isn't that an Apple product, Genius? The Genius Bar?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody in Apple has ever been a genius. Although on the plus side, at least that prick Jobs is dead. Went out with cancer. Best way he could have went.
Maybe he just left the building on his own terms and said, fuck you all, I'm out.
Try the Don't Do Roads, because I know the pineapple's nice.
Hello, Soap.
So, I should be painting up some Star Schlockies. I've got a couple of squads. I would have been further along if I hadn't been fucked over by Logitech last week.
What did they do?
Oh, they updated whatever wank Logitech thing they are. And fucked not only the Logitech camera, but every camera.
Oh, grand.
Whatchamacallit.
So all your
Thing we
cams
used to
were
record.
dead?
They were dead in River, which we used to record shit. It took me about an hour and a half to work out what the fuck had happened. They worked in every other thing. It was really quite annoying. I was really very annoyed. I've also got Robbie the Robot. I have no idea where the fucking size on this thing is. It looks like it's kind of there. It's like it's better.
Looks nice.
Who knows?
The only thing that miniature is missing is the clear plastic for the front of its head.
Yes. I think I've discussed this because I've even got to the possibility of do I just put acrylic there or resin and then carve it into shape and then buff it clean?
I think
Because it's such an odd shape, finding a piece of clear plastic to go in there is not going to be easy.
I would go look in modeling shops for airplane carapaces.
Yeah, but they're not going to let me open every plastic kit, are they?
Just tell them I sent you.
Oh, right. It also requires to have a modeling shop. I don't think we have one.
Okay, that's fair enough. Doesn't John have a stash of disposed World War II kits with canopies and stuff?
Don't think so. I don't think he has any planes. I think he views planes the same way I view boats, as a pointless exercise in warfare. That's no need to get air or sea involved in this. Anyway, so I have two squads of Starschlock landing party type, which are just the same models twice. And then I've got some command crew / heroes. I've also got one Captain Scarlet figure here, who still technically needs cleaned up, although nobody's going to be close enough to see that. So I will have to actually strip him back off, because there's really quite a lot of fucking flash around his hand. But because my Captain Scarlet, Spectrum guys are going to be my security squad. So yes, I can have like just a security officer beaming down with the away team, and then just give him the red sort of trim with the red panels. But then for my actual security unit, I'll be rocking the full-on Captain Scarlet and friends with the big buff coats on them. Size-wise, they're very, very close. I have to say the Starshlock models are really fucking nice. It's not mode lines. It's a massive, massive amount of flash that will actually need to be carved out from the hand.
The weird thing is I spent some time cleaning up the little cobblestone miniatures, and I thought I did a decent job, and then I primed them.
Yep, all 3 AK primers. Black, grey and white. Although I didn't use them on Robbie the Robot, because he got a Vallejo gloss, because he ended up with Vallejo metal colour. Because it's just a fucking magnificent base.
I think Jim is having a stroke. Everyone's fumble freak. No worries. We just call... Oh no, can we call an ambulance for Jim, or will that ruin him financially?
Never financially recover from this.
Potentially.
Isn't that what the man says? The King of America.
No more hospitals this year. How much hospital did you have this year? This year is merely 5 weeks old.
I don't have to answer to anything. You're a big boy. You can tell me no. You can go fuck off, Cabe.
Also, you could just not spend money, technically.
Yeah, see what he said. You bitch slapping whore.
Also, I'm pretty sure Brigade Minis has been on your radar way before Jerry talked about it.
I don't know if we. Oh well, no, it did. It was Indie of the Week a couple of years ago. She's an old one. How the fuck did City score there? Huh? What? Huh? Vinicius Junior can stop his whining like the bitch he is.
At least you've chosen a interesting thing to remind you of that event, then, Jim. I hope you've recovered. I'm not sure what WizKids used to prime these models, but it's an interesting primer.
How was this VAR check going to go on? Gold given?
It's grand on flat surfaces, but every now and then there's a very small recess that's not taking any paint whatsoever. It's like the opposite of a bad primer when the paint starts to move away from flat surfaces. But
the fuck was that not offside?
Because it's a miniature and not a football game.
I beg to differ. Vigo the Carpathian has just scored. So, I need a blue, a green, and a red. And I feel...
You're missing a red?
No, I feel they may come by the medium of Vallejo's Express colour. But don't hold me to that.
Oh, speaking of the Vallejo paints, Dr. Faust got a bit annoyed with Express colors.
Yes?
He didn't manage to get the bloody cap open, so he had to cut it open.
I seen that.
And then the paint started to dribble into the cap, which is not good, I think.
That's not ideal, no.
So I'm not sure if that's due to because he cut the seal or just a bad batch.
I honestly don't know what, because the seal in it is like a ring on a bottle of fizzy drink, like a Coke.
Looked like that.
So it's supposed to, as you can see there.
Yeah.
Whenever you open it, it will drop down because it's just perforated.
So there's no mechanism behind it that should actually do something.
Maybe that's the problem. It's literally just twist it and it breaks.
His cap still had residue of the red part in it. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah. I don't know if the one he got is made in Spain or if they have another company that they subcontract to in America that's just making things to spec, you know.
Mm.
Oh, Christ, off the bar. That would have been a good equalizer. Anyway.
One sad note on my little Citadel paints, they are all losing the little nip to open up the lids, which is making them open a real tough one. Prise them open. Red paint. Only a small dip.
No. Oh, you're losing your leg. There we go. So, yes. By the way, I got the German MG08 cruise box from War Games Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody doing World War I or those parts, 3 sprues, each sprue makes a 3-man machine gun team. However, there are 6 machine guns in the box.
Ooh.
There are 3, and it's not like you get things from some companies. You get like an additional gun, but you've only got 1 tripod type of shite.
Mhm.
This is 6 complete machine guns with 3 crews.
Oh, that's nice.
They've just done it's space on the sprue, and they've done them at 2 different elevations. So the
Okay, so
tripod's been set up at 2 different heights.
So you can have a very flat one and one that's slightly behind a small hill of sandbags.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
It's a really nice sprue, Jam. I mean, the unboxing will be out in a few weeks, I suppose. But I was surprised when I opened it.
Pleasantly surprised, I'm guessing.
You can see my camera. I suppose everybody can.
Big
It's the whole point of my
sprue.
camera. So, 1 kneeling, 1 seated, 1 prone body. Just need the arms and the heads on.
The one kneeling looks from this angle a wee bit ready
Lucky.
to receive.
Lucky for the fray. Surely that would be the one sitting. Just going raw dogging. But then, yeah, 2 full machine guns, including water tanks and additional ammo. A couple of belts of ammunition up at the top, and then a fuck ton of heads. So there are 6 field caps. Actually, there's more heads than I was expecting. Every head has got a bare face and a grenade, gas mask variant. But then there's also the Hungarian heads, which is very good because I thought you would have to go get them from Atlantic Digital. The Hungarian heads. I've not had a chance to build them yet.
Well, now you're focusing on your schlock.
Yes. Try to put that in the wrong way around. Germans are lovely. Painted a whole army of them for Blood and Valor. In fact, at the time we were trying to get, I wanted to get games on camera, so painted those. Like I said, did the French, passed those off to Shay to finish off some detail-y shite work on. And then in the meantime, I bought MG teams and flamethrowers and shit for both armies myself. It's like, you know what? These armies belong to me. If I ever fucking leave.
You're coming with me.
Yep. Because I'm not just taking the machine gun teams. That would be pointless. Where are you, Pallet? I don't know. You'll do as a backup, Pallet.
Pallet in plain hiding. What's that little tonk on that? Is it Quartonk? The top
Yes.
corner? Oh, nice.
You're very nosy, aren't you?
Yes, I'm keen on that.
It's like people trying to work out what's on my bookshelf.
I've given up on that. Your camera now is much more in focus and highly detailed than the ones pointed at your bookshelf.
That's because, there's Foden's on in place of Grealish, so nobody's going to get a chance to stand on Grealish. This is, I think we can all agree, a tragedy. Yeah, the camera that doesn't focus on my shelf, it focuses on me. It's a fixed focal length.
I'm guessing there's a reason for that.
I don't know, because quite frankly, I wouldn't mind if it didn't focus on me. Anyway.
Why did you do a hobby XLBS or weekender? Everybody's painting miniatures while Ben is reading the news.
Is that not what the other ones do whenever Ben's reading the news anyway?
Yeah, but they're not showing their work.
All right. I think Ben would probably be more likely to be doing hobby. out of all of them concerned. Standing on Foden would be good, yeah. I'd have no problem with either of those.
So, Chad, has there been any interesting news, hobby-related, on your side? Because I feel it has been a quite quiet week this week in regards to our hobby. At least nothing came to my attention. Nothing new, at least. Looking at you, Catalyst Game Labs, you wankers.
You're never getting those miniatures.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that as well. I'd be especially pissed if the Australians get their stuff before we do.
The only thing I was thinking is if they did fuck the manifest, and the way it said it was being checked in, and then nothing happened for a while, and they said there was an issue, it was being checked in. It's if what was sitting there was incorrect, and then they had to put a new manifest and then check in a whole different manifest.
I'm starting to believe that there hasn't been anything in stock in Europe for a while because they rather be shipping stuff to their American backers and shops to start the Christmas sales.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility. But you know what they say, don't put down to malice that what could easily be.
Yeah, yeah. If people are just plain stupid at times.
Yeah.
I think what annoys me the most is that the first big Kickstarter with the clan invasion.
Is that 2?
What?
Oh no, that's just replaying. Why the fuck are you replaying that one? Sorry, I don't have the sound on. Something clan invasion. Something.
Yeah, the Kickstarter with clan invasion was a bit wobbly, but in overall things got sent out in a more or less timely manner, and it felt like a more professionally handled Kickstarter. But that might be just rose-tinted glasses on my side.
Oh, probably. Although I still feel more for the Leviathan backers.
Oh God, yes.
We're going to stop your Kickstarter so we can fulfill this bigger one for the BattleTech fans, and then we'll do yours again, honestly.
Right after we finished the other Shadowrun Kickstarter and the what other game did they put out? Voltron. It's just what are you doing? Do you even know how to business?
I mean, they've not almost gone under in a while, so it's got that going for it.
At least not that we know of. They might be just better at hiding stuff.
It's a good question. How long has it been since they said they were starting to ship? Is it as much as 10 months? 42. It's only 6 months.
I wouldn't have to. I started the shipping boo-boo thread in May last year. So that's the start of the big controversy of, yeah, we are charging you a fuck ton of money just because we can't calculate shipping costs like an adult.
That was baffling.
Your
That
guess
was
is as good as mine, Orinoco. The possibilities are all there.
that was Mythic Games level of fucking Kickstarter backery.
I think that's a whole other can of worms, just by judging on how annoyed people are that Privateer Press is now offering stuff.
Are they?
I'm not 100% on details, but somehow they said, yeah, we want to do this again, but better. And for all those who were in the Kickstarter by Mythic, I think there's either you're getting the miniatures at production costs and you can get your rulebook as a PDF and print to play, or something STL files cheaper.
Right. I've seen whoever's got Soda. Oh, Soda Pop's game now. The one Ninja Division used to do. I've seen they offered cost or
Oh, my webcam died.
oh, that's good.
Oh, that's a second. Whatever happened there?
Yeah, they offered non-retail packaging cost miniatures, and then you'll just have to download the rules and cards and stuff and print them out yourself.
Yep.
So I didn't realise Privateer had done that as well. That's quite nice of Privateer.
Oh, James has to say something about retail packaging. Well, you're just talking about because they are using 85% air in their packages. But to be fair, they've done that since the rebranding with Clan Invasion. It's enormous, the amount of plastic and air that's in the parcels.
Yeah. But that, you don't have to think of them like... The problem is thinking of them like tiny fighting men, where we expect to get a blister, or a box that is more or less...
A flat pack.
Yeah, it has just enough room for the miniature in it. But they're being marketed more like Transformers toys. I think about the amount of dead space in those boxes with the vac pack and,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I can see why something like the blind buy boxes have a fixed size, so you can't judge by the size of the box what's in the box. But for some of those boxes they make for these 4-packs of miniatures, there could be a little bit smaller. And it decrease shipping costs for them as well, and also increase shelf space. But yeah, that would need somebody to make a proper business decision. Maybe they're on a fixed rate for their boxes and they only can adjust the size of the plastic inserts.
I've not paid enough attention to it.
Well, it boils down to that I could use one big box of Game of Armored Combat, so the
Shice.
2-player starting box with
Yep.
the what's it called,
No
Clan
idea.
Invasion box,
Jugs?
and
Oh.
put all minis in one of those big boxes and still have ample space. I just cut the plastic trays in half, only leaving the parts where the miniatures were set in, because they're nicely recessed in that. And that's about a box. 50% gone. Oh, I hate painting pre-made figures that have such intricate details hidden behind things like a stretched out finger. Oh, I'm pretty sure, Dutch, they could make something up that you would be still able to find them on shelves. Where's my reference material for Mr. Soundwave? Okay. Have you muted yourself, Jerry, or are you just very quiet?
Trying to work out how to get around Mr. Spock's fucking arm here. I will say there is a not Dr. McCoy and not Mr. Spock in the landing party.
They're also a not Mr. Zulu and not Mr. What's his face?
Alfred Bester. No.
Oh, shame.
Not yet, anyway.
I'd like to see Mr. Zulu fight with his rapier.
Yes. And his weird unicorn dog.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
I kept banging on about that to, who'd you call him? Owns Battlefront, when they were talking about Star Trek away missions. They were going, we're doing the original series and we're going to do 2 packs and Zulu and stuff will be in the other. I'm going, oh, will Zulu have his rapier and his little dog with the cone on its head?
With the ice cone. Oh, right. And
No,
they
Bester,
need
not
something
yet.
for terrain that's this piece with the rotating LED strips, which is in every science fiction episode ever.
Yes, the orange one.
Yeah, I think the color is varying from time to time.
No, it's always orange. It was in, weirdly, Captain Kirk. It was in Airplane 2, the one where Kirk went to space.
Yeah.
It's also in The Last Starfighter. It was in Sliders and
Battlestar
Galactica. I don't actually think it was in Star Trek. I think the closest it came was being Captain Kirk in Airplane 2.
Maybe the movies?
Not beyond the realms of possibility.
Whoever built that thing really was worth the money.
What do we think you are? You're you. It's a bit orangey. Nah, fuck it, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Do it! Do it now!
See, you're not the only one that can make rattling noises. Nobody there but city players. Why was no one attacking the ball in the 6-yard box? You can't. It's just me and my dog, Jill. I'll be your dog. I'll be your dog.
Wouldn't that be a
Kiora, a boogie boogie boogie.
nice conversion for these Dungeons and Doggos?
The Cure advert?
No, grabbing one of those and making him a unicorn.
Oh, right, yes. Do they have one of those little hairy dogs?
I think they do. though I'm not sure on how much detail is already on the miniature in regards to being a fantasy adventurer quote wizard thing.
Only one way to find out. You shall be my test.
Oh no, a test of honor. No, color. I
Test
guess.
of color, yes. Yes.
That's a bright red.
Isn't it though? But I want them to be bright and poppy. It is, after all, that classic 70s TV show Starschlock.
I'm not telling you not to be bright and poppy, quite the opposite. Be as bright and poppy as you want. And then invade the grimdark universe of one-page rules with them and make everybody go, ah, it's too bright. My googles, they do nothing.
I won't have any time to invade anything grim and dark. I'll be too busy slocking all over the galaxy. Don't you know I've got baboons with grenades to defeat?
Baboons!
That's them. Best name ever.
Yep, hard to argue on that one. So, question for the audience, and maybe Jerry too. If I want to lighten up my blue for a highlight, do I go with a white or an off-white?
Interesting question. I'd go with an off-white.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Simply because there's more of the off-white already also on the miniature.
How are you calling for... You were the one who stuck the bit in De Bruyne, you massive cunt. How are you calling for a fucking free? Oh, you're a shit, son. At least hit the target. How much do they pay for you, Mbappe?
Not brain matter beige, Mr. Subdemon. Also not icy yellow. It'll be mummy's robes. Now mummy's naked.
I don't mean to scare people.
Do what I do. Matt varnish them in the cold unless the frosting do the job.
I was varnishing some tigers for Flames of War many moons ago. And I started in the first one. I was thinking, oh, well, it's starting to frost. I didn't think it was that cold. It's a wee bit cold. I give it another bladder on the grounds. I could always go back and then gloss over it and fix it if it stayed really frosty. And I was going, that really is very frosty indeed. And then I double checked and I picked up a tin of white. So it wasn't frosty at all. It was just actually white.
That hurts. Oh. Yeah, I can see that be happening and being very frustrating. Were you able to remedy that, or did you just paint them all again?
No, I was able to more or less fix them because they I'd used oil washes on them, so I'd gloss varnished them beforehand. So I just took paint cleaner on a cotton bud to them to remove it. I quite like that red, although I'm not sure if it's giving me much fucking contrast on them. Well, that could also be fixed later.
James Cutts wants to know if you're going to bother a big Fog of War game like Village Bocage this year.
We haven't talked about anything. Partly because if we're doing something, I suppose it's one of those things where we're going to have to see what we fancy doing or what's possible to do, and then planning it out. Although I'd quite happily do something because I quite like those games. We can just get stuck in and not worry about even points or any of that shite.
I'm quite looking forward to tomorrow's airing of the industry awards.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's coming. It got pushed so many times over the weekend I stopped paying attention to Lloyd.
Was he having trouble with the rendering?
Yes. Even today. Because he seen something he didn't like or he needed to fix because he's OCD. And had to re-render it after it was all uploaded and stuff. It's like, why not? And hear me out here. Why not just go, it's fucking done.
Yeah, perfect is the enemy of done, or what's that saying again?
Yep.
I'm always wondering why, while speaking of re-uploading, Catalyst Game Lab is re-uploading their news section from Tuesdays more than once. It's like they're editing stuff out or something. I don't know.
Could be that. Has anybody checked the times to see if they...
No, sadly I didn't take notes the first time. I should start doing that. Maybe even make a copy of the live stream afterwards, just to have material to compare. You're beginning to think I'm having trust issues, Jill? Huh. I wonder why. Not saying you're wrong. And on that bombshell, I need to open my can, or rather bottle.
Nope.
Yes.
They're dead.
Too late.
There's no need to do it. Shocking.
Yes, Crispin. And it's on camera. So we have proof of him doing hobby. Which should serve as an inspiration to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Why doesn't OTT do a team boot camp? Everybody gets sent into the studio to paint their armies they should have done a year ago, and you get a whip to whip it into shape.
I'll be all for that.
Path of Conquest. That's a one for the ages.
You know what the bad thing is?
Oh.
I'm about to add to my Path of Conquest army.
So you'll not only be done with your army, but you'll be adding...
Oh, I've been done for a while, but I'll get the opportunity to add this big bastard.
Jeebus, what is that?
That's the Artisan series Resin Abomination. Because they have an abomination. I did the Abomination, the original plastic one, and then they made this fucking monstrosity. I was like, yes,
God.
that's going to get
nightmare
the army.
fuel.
That and the Siegebreaker Behemoth can go in there as well, just for giggly shits.
Since you are such a fan of the Balian Skull,
Yes, great
Um,
guy, fantastic, amazing show, all about him. A lot
My-
of episodes of filler though in between his amazing parts. Don't know why.
my wife has been recently watching the Netflix series Das Boot.
Yes,
He's in it as well.
see, he's not
Yes.
even German.
No, he's a British captain hunting submarines. Being all Balian Skull-like.
That makes sense. I've still got to watch Rome. Which I hear he was very good in.
I must admit, I've never noticed the actor before the Balian Skull show.
I had, because he's a local lad.
He's quite a character.
He showed up, and I'm going to get the film name wrong here, and somebody can correct me in the comments, because there were two films came out at the same time in the sort of early 2000s. One was called The Bunker and one was called Outpost. So one is Andy Serkis and some people in World War One in a trench system that eats people.
I think
And the
that
other-
was the bunker.
And the other one was somewhere in Ukraine or Eastern Europe, where Bale Skull and a team of ex-special forces who are mercenaries now have been hired by this bloke to go in and check out an area in the middle of a war zone that the company wants to buy because they reckon it's going to be mineral rich, and then they get there and discover it's actually a World War II Nazi bunker filled with Nazi, they're not zombies, they're phasing Nazi ghosts. It's great. I think he plays like an ex-para. No, he doesn't. The Irish, what you call him, Wheels from Thing plays the para. Anyway, it's fucking amazing. He's head of the team, like a Ranger, US Ranger, a para, French Foreign Legion, a couple of others. That was the
Jules-
Outpost.
Jill
It's
says
fucking
it was
amazing.
Outpost filmed in Scotland.
It's an amazing film, especially Smiley. He's a stand-up comedian from Northern Ireland who went on to be an actor. First time Smiley comes face to face with one of the phasing Nazi ghosts, he just looks at him and just goes, "You've got to be humming my balls," just before the guy puts a bayonet into his mouth between his teeth. You know, like, just like, it's just like it's really fucking slow as well. There's I've never seen the sequel because I have a feeling everybody I liked was in the first one's dead. So I imagine the sequel would be balls, in the words of Mr. Smiley. So, yes. Anyway, in case anybody cares, I'm sure they do, I'm going for a single blue in the landing parties to represent command / whatever. 2 reds for a touch of the engineering come security, and then 2 greens for your science officer medical. So I think that's a nice breakdown. It has absolutely no change at all for gameplay. Your landing party is just a thing.
Well, it only makes it easier for you to follow which miniature is which.
No, you just it's like Kings of War in that respect. You buy the unit as a whole, so individuals within it don't make a difference. it's just for my own personal amusement. You
So
understand?
they don't even have special rules for engineering or stuff.
Not for the landing party. The landing
Okay.
party is a specific unit, a squad, whatever you want
Okay.
to call it. You can get officers, ensigns, lieutenants, shit like that, who have specific skills depending on who they are. For example, Captain Kurt. Totally different
Legally
person.
distinct Captain Kirk.
That's the one. Or Berenger, the engineer. Or the not Wesley Crusher /
Annoying space cadet.
William Money, little space cadetter. They could just be ensigns and captains and shit. Or you can run them as their named characters from the TV series Starstock. Except no substitutes.
I really liked the way that you started to look at John when he started telling you on how much money that remote cost.
Yes. I mean, to each their own, but holy shitballs. Nobody is ever allowed to complain about how much I spend on toy soldiers or RPGs again.
Just see it this way: the amount of money he's spending on remote-controlled RC stuff is money he can't spend on digital ones and zeros.
That's true. It keeps him away from the devil's purchases, yes.
Not to be confused with the devil's lettuce.
Separate and distinct. As you say. That means you're going to be my other. And yes, that right, works.
Demon Sub has nothing been watching recently than Gundam movies and Arcane. That's a
third one with the rise of the Spetsnaz. Oh my god. I started watching The Expanse.
That's a nice one. I liked it.
Just finished series 3 there at the weekend. Considering I only started watching it fairly fucking recently.
Rocinante.
Yep.
Guns go brrrr.
As I was saying in the House of Order, #BestHouse. It's a shame that most of the people in it are just the absolute fucking worst. Making the worst decisions they can make every day of their lives.
Yeah, but they're consistent in that.
Yep. Consistently fucking retarded.
Blame space.
Space madness.
Final frontier.
The only ones who weren't, I can't remember her name. Somebody mentioned her, and I'm going, who the fuck is that? Have I met her yet? I turn it, yes, I have. It's the Minister for the Interior, or whatever she was. And you go, yeah, well,
The
she's
Indian
great.
lady.
Yep.
Yeah, keep an eye on her.
With the name I cannot remember or care to. But yes, she's obviously fucking nailed on. She knows what she wants / needs to do, and will fucking do it. Most of the rest of them are various ratings of retarded.
She'll be with the series for a long time, and she won't change characters. So enjoy her.
And the other one I liked was the Punisher, although he died. He had one flaw, which was not getting his bell end wet enough that he started lusting after a dead woman. But but at least he was competent. Whenever the evil mad scientist starts explaining how, even though he's been doing these terrible things for other people, he can come and work for you, and other people are looking at him going, "Okay, doctor, well this is," bam, shoots him in the fucking head. You go, yes, that is exactly the right thing to do to this bastard. And yes, everybody else will look at you and then attempt to throw you in jail or whatever. But 100%, when everybody else is going, "Oh well, you make some good points there. Maybe we should have you on side." No, shoot the fucker in the head. Well done, Thomas Jane. He learned that as the Punisher. Sometimes you just need to fucking put a bullet in people. When the system won't deal with them, you deal with them yourself.
Madame Marlborough. Yeah, that's a fitting name for that character.
Oh, because she sounds like she smoked 80 a day.
At least 80. And I've got the feeling her voice is getting worse over the course of the series. Ambassador. Yeah.
Might be throat cancer or something like that. She might not be a heavy smoker. Just lucky.
I think she's smoking even in the series, if I remember correctly, but I might be wrong about that.
Oh, no, I haven't seen her spark up. You've seen
Amos
Generation
is an
Kill.
interesting character for sure.
Amos looks like another actor, but I can't work out who.
Sam Gamwise?
No. So every time I see him, I'm looking at him going, "You remind me of somebody else from something else." And until I work that out, I can't really appreciate what the fuck he's doing or who he is. But yes, he's an absolute fucking psycho. That's funny because Lena had told me to look at The Expanse a while ago, and I hadn't got round to it. And then last week, Hudson threw out another, not a spoiler, another teaser of some of the ships they're doing for The Expanse. And I was going, "Oh yeah, they're doing stuff for The Expanse." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I was told to watch that." And then I realized it was all on Amazon, so fuck it, I will. Berserkers for Avatar's War, yes. I got quite a few boxes of them when they were very first released. Someday I'll get around to assembling them. I think Tuffy got a box or two of them recently. They are very fucking chunky, and if you want to run them without massive mohawks, if you just want to run them as berserkers and not specifically as troll slayers, what have I knocked on the floor? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Then they have like the mohawks have like a little divot underneath, like a little half ball, not quite a ball, like a very small part of a hemisphere, so that they lock in place when you put the mohawk on the head. So if you leave those off, you'll need to do a bit of sanding or filling or filing to get their bald heads super smooth.
Or just make it a giant dimple.
Having an entire unit of dimple-headed dwarves looks like they have parents who use the soft spot like an ashtray.
Call it the Clearasil troops.
You can stay up late because you're off work this week. Wow. You give you time off work. How do I get time off work? Easy for you to say.
Ask nicely.
I need a green. I want a really fucking... How extravagant was that green?
It was more on the mossy side.
Picture. it's a very... See, their outfits, their blue is more fucking turquoise, but I'm not doing that. I do quite like it, but I'm not doing it. It's more like a plain green. I think you're probably a bit too light, Sonny Jimbo. Although I suppose I can always darken you, he said in a high questioning voice.
Also staying up late. Demons of you're an hour ahead of me. Where's that staying up late?
An hour ahead or an hour behind? Are you going to start running Dwarf Berserkers? If I knew where they were and they're not far away from me, I would dig the box out so I could show you. However, while they may not be far away from me, they may be difficult to get to, so I'm not going to do that. What's 416 there? 15, 16, 21, 19, 20, 17's out of the fucking way. That's why. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Sounds like you have an actual system to your...
Everything gets put in numerical order. Otherwise, how do I know what paint I'm missing?
Oh, that's very much true. You
Also,
sure you're not German?
Also, I have this. So I can, if I need to go, what blue do I want?
Color reference charts. Nice.
And I know, I want that blue. That's number 11 in speed paint range. You know.
That's so highly organized.
Well, you have to, because you can never tell when they're out of the bottle. I mean, look at some of these fucking colours.
Yeah.
Madness. No way of telling what they're going to look like when they're fucking in there. Miss again. You're shit.
Disgustingly organized, says Captain Aqua.
Am I, though? Am I? Or is it the businessman with the suit and tie?
I'm pretty sure you have been wearing suit and tie some time in your life. I find it hard to imagine. But then again, I'm so adverse to wearing tie and suit myself that I can't imagine anybody voluntarily wearing tie and suit.
Oh, maybe I'll amuse myself and put a picture of me in the House of Water #best house later on. Is that granny grading? No, it's a sheet of 1/100th scale tiles. So it's a sheet of plastic art, so 1 mil tiles. Because it had a texture on it, you see. So when I put the speed paint, contrast paint on it, not contrast, so I don't have contrast there, speed paint, instant paint, and express, it showed me, the highlight / low light on them. That hence the very. If I bring it up closer, does it show you any better? I've no idea. I can't see that. That screen's far too fucking small.
I don't know if that transcribes to the stream, because God knows what Twitch is doing.
Yeah. So don't forget Granny Grating's holds. A lot of holds. Come on. What I need you to do is score. I need this game to finish even, and then I need the next game to finish even. I need to go to extra time, and then penalties, and I need some injuries. That's what I need. That's not much to ask.
Going through rules, preparing a bet trap. That's nice.
Dead Man's Hand, you say? Ooh. First edition or the new edition?
Redux.
So the new edition. Wow. I have to come up with a couple of games. One for tomorrow, actually.
Thanks, Jim. I'm still a bit trying how to use the white balancing. Somehow I'm not very good lit. Let's see. Does that help? No. Wonk.
You gone wank.
A bit better.
Figure your little miner's helmet. That light on the front.
I wish Demon Sub. I wish, but sadly, since these are already out of production, I'm left with RC and Soundwave.
No, not RC and Soundwave. They're my least favorite things.
You never were a
Decepticons.
fan of Transformers, were you?
Not really. I mean, if it was on, I would probably watch it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to find it. It's entirely possible that I've not actually seen the movie.
It was my favorite cartoon back in the day when I was a wee young lad. I would annoy my mother by turning on the telly 9 in the morning on Sundays to watch the Fun Factory on Sky Channel. Our GoBots weren't that bad. At least in the cartoon. Later on, then on Sky Channel was the DJ Cat Show, and there was Robotics and Starcom, and Jason and the Wheeled Warriors, Ulysses 31,
That's better.
Starcom, Star Bomber X, and various different other series. Cap Power, the soldiers of the future. That was a very 90s TV series.
Written by J. Michael Straczynski of Babylon 5 fame.
But I'm afraid I was way too young to appreciate any good writing.
Go side spots, go.
See, that's what irritates me. People talk about how depressing and emotional Transformers the movie was, and here I am sitting watching the movie as a child going, yeah, that's awesome. What does that say about me? Does that make me a psychopath?
Made of red tarmac.
I mean, people got killed, yeah, but they're just robots. And it's
Yeah,
a cartoon.
not real people.
Yeah, see.
Captain Scarlet. Puppets got killed.
Oh no! I'm not going to ask you, Orinoco, to what of my questions your yes is referring to. I guess I know the answer. Now for the fun part.
This is where the fun begins, he says.
Yes, I'm going to
That was a
try my
chef kick.
hand.
At least beat the wall. Fuckwit.
Trying
You
my hand
scored.
in some panel striping,
Hilarious.
which potentially will be going horribly wrong, but let's try it.
Aye, sure. What's the worst that could happen?
There could be cursing, stripping of miniatures. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Gonna make your miniature strip for you.
Yes, and I do play with my little dollies, and I'm not afraid to acknowledge that. Unlike some weird commander with a very large helmet on his head.
Oh, sir, I did not see you playing with your dolls. Speaking of Spaceballs, did you see that a company in America has started to sell air boosts?
You mean Perry air cans, but in real life?
But in real life, yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You know, when the world around you is so full of smog and shit, because obviously corporations and governments don't want to do anything about it because it'll hurt their bottom line. Why not just create a company to charge people to breathe fresh air? So it's a little tin that comes with like its own
Inhaler?
inhaler, not quite like a scuba tank sort of snorkely bit.
Like these emergency things we've seen on James Bond?
Yes. So there we go. That is where humanity has reached. We've now reached the point where a joke in Spaceballs is the reality. The rich are now buying fresh air to breathe because they have fucked the planet so much in their pursuit of more money.
And they
Spaceballs
can't
too.
even use the original name that Mr. What's his face? Mel
Mel?
Brooks has made
Yeah.
up. Perrier is just brilliant.
I mean, is Perrier water still going?
I don't know what I find what he done with it was just superb. I think before we reach RoboCop levels, we will be reaching Idiocracy levels way before that. And then we will somehow manage to merge the timelines of RoboCop and Soylent Green.
I mean, we're not a million miles away, are we?
No, not really. At least there will be no Mad Max because we will run out of fuel way before then.
Oh God, yes. Oh, that was almost fucking 2-1. Calm down. I don't need you to fuck. I don't want any of you to go into this last leg fucking ahead. I want you all to be on an even keel so you all get equally fucked.
We need a giant space maid to suck up all the air.
Mega Maid.
Mega maid. I mean, that movie is so full of brilliant stuff. Starting with the "We Break for Nobody" sticker on a giant ass spaceship.
Are they making a sequel?
There were rumors about it, but I don't think they will.
I
I'd
need
be
to
surprised.
check that. Because I have a sneaking suspicion I've seen something about it in the last couple of weeks, that there was a sequel being bandied around. If it's not called The Search for More Money,
I'd be highly depressed.
very annoyed.
Though, to be fair to Mel Brooks, he could make up a title that was even funnier, and we can't even think about it.
Spaceball sequel is in development at Amazon and MGM Studios.
Oh, why Amazon?
I imagine they've got the money to throw around. Josh Gad, no idea who he is set to star and will produce alongside Mel Brooks. Project's in the early stages. Plot details are being kept under wrap. Amazon declined to comment. Screenwriter duo Samet and Hernandez are best known for their works on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, and Addams Family 2, and the upcoming Disney Lucasfilm special Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
Upcoming?
This was announced in June last year.
I was going to say that movie, that short series has already been out. It was quite nice. If only for that one reason that Darth Jar Jar is now canon.
It's frightening. Tron 3, yeah. After saying it was being made and then obviously being shelved for years because it didn't go anywhere. It's got green lit eventually. I don't care because I really like Tron. The fact it's not successful for them, I don't care as long as they make another film I like. Because I quite like Tron Legacy. Especially the bit when Tron woke the fuck up and crashed into Clue's fucking light jet. I fight for the users. Bam. Straight fucking in there. Go Tron. But fuck only knows who's going to be in it. Because the child, I don't know who the child was. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything since. I don't think I'd seen him in anything before. Olivia Wilde has gone on to be a successful director. I don't think she acts anymore. So she's not coming back unless Disney back the money truck all the way up to her house.
It's Tron. It's going to be CG. To the moon and back. CG all the way.
And obviously Jeff Bridges is gone. So they need to kind of lean into Tron actually being the focus of the film for once, which he never has been. Flynn lives.
Speaking of Jeff Bridges, have you seen the movie Men Who Stare at Goats?
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, that's just such a lovely movie. Where did you put the LSD and the egg and the water? But we drank the water, yes.
Based on a true story.
I'm not sure that's helping me relax or getting scared.
I don't see why that wouldn't help you relax. Break your leg. Go on, De Bruyne, break your leg. No, he didn't. Shame.
Enoch was interested in seeing who's going to do the music on Tron. I just hope it's nothing contemporary right now, because I can't stand anything that's radio currently.
Well, they had those bucket people do it for the last one, the Frenchies.
I think they dissolved.
What? Are they made of sugar?
I think they stopped doing music, if I remember correctly.
Well, let's not worry about it then. David Lynch is dead. Maybe they asked John Carpenter to do a load of synth wave for it.
John Williams. Let John Williams do it.
I'd much rather have John Carpenter do something weird. He much prefers fucking touring with his band anyway these days. I think he's given up on being a Hollywood director because both Hollywood and people annoy him. I can see why.
Who can blame him? Nobody. Daft Punk, yes, that's the name. And Captain Aqua confirms they have retired.
What have they retired from?
Making monies. Or wearing that stupid helmet. I mean, it's quite clever if you're doing your career wearing such helmet that your faces are never to be noticed, and then, yeah, we are retiring, and just go off stage, drop your helmet, and vanish.
Get in the back of a van.
Yeah.
Get in a van with the blacks.
There's free candy in the van. Get in the van, there's free candy. Trust me on
All
this
been
one.
there. Always eat the cake.
The cake is a lie. Oh no, wait. Wrong franchise.
Get up, fucking Shrek, you massive prick.
They could do something completely different.
Look at that.
That's
Look,
right.
the minute he got a free kick, he was fucking up on his feet immediately. He should be booked for that. Absolute god-awful cunt.
While you were mentioning Shrek, I feel that Germany right now is in some kind of shock and is rejecting reality.
Substituting his own.
Yeah, very much so. Because yesterday I received the Netflix newsletter. Top 10 most watched videos this week on Netflix in Germany. Number
Yes.
5, Shrek. Number 7, Shrek 2. Number 9, Shrek 3.
So some sort of anniversary of Shrek.
I have no clue.
Fuck's
And I'm
going on
too
with
scared
that?
to ask.
None of this makes sense. No, this doesn't make sense at all.
Maybe they just like Wayne Rooney.
Are we talking about old women?
Oh,
Old women like Wayne Rooney, and he likes them. He's got a touch of the gilf love about him. Don't laugh at him.
yeah. I'm just laughing because you casually dropping a acronym I haven't heard or thought of in a while.
Surely everybody thinks of gilfs on a regular basis. Crispin, still in the chat.
Crispin, the expert on gilfs. Fun fact, doing pen lining and laughing is a really bad thing to do.
Yeah. That's a shame. Oh well.
Demon Sub prefers gelfs from the Wet Dwarf.
One of which was TV chef Ainsley Harriott. Did you know that, Demon? I presume you did.
Did he prepare something in advance?
His daughter. He is the gelf that is going to trade his marriage with his daughter to Leicester to help them get their ship back.
Plenty of gifts in Plymouth. Maybe that's why he wasn't a good manager.
That would explain a lot. Oh, Haaland's kicking off. This is what happens with Vigo the Carpathian when he's suffering from Carpathian kitten loss.
Carpathian Tunnel Syndrome. Oh, speaking of that tune, have you seen the videos of the guy who uses the Enterprise as loudspeakers?
Nope.
So I'm not sure on the YouTube channel name right now, but there's somebody who's reworked the intro sequences of at least Star Trek and Star Trek Next Generation in such a way that the audio is coming from the Enterprise. So if the Enterprise is not in shot, you don't hear anything. And when it goes past, the sound goes past, which is actually
Creepy.
very hilarious.
You're not getting a penalty for that. Get the fuck up. You are kidding me. You are fucking kidding me. How is he getting a penalty for that? It was fucking Foden as well. Go back and stamp on him. Absolutely stamp on him. If you're going to get a fucking penalty, you may as well get one for something worthwhile. Kick a fuck out of bell end.
So imagine the original Enterprise coming in shot and Captain Kirk getting louder and louder, and then the ship passes the screen. And he's still talking, but getting quiet and quiet.
So like when he's doing his schlock log, 2247.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd hear it when it's on screen, and when it's not, you wouldn't, because in space you don't hear that.
Yep.
He should be fucking booked for going down. He went down faster than my sister, for fuck's sake. Doesn't matter how many times you show it. The only good thing is I'm not listening to the commentary, so I can't hear the commentators going how it's definitely a penalty, because they're so pro. I mean, it makes sense. They're English football commentators, so they're pro the English team, but they should just be going at his balls. He's a cunt. He's got a haircut that looks like somebody's fucking sprayed boot polish on his head.
I recently had a quick listen to I think he's an author, but his accent absolutely threw me off. I'm trying to find the video because I can't remember the name of the lad.
Oh, I recognise that fucking referee who's given that. He's the same cunt. Gravenberg got fouled against PSV, and he gave a fucking free kick to PSV. So is any wonder he's given a fucking penalty here? Maybe he just doesn't like English teams, which I can understand when it's Man City, but you know, somebody should tell him Scouts technically aren't English. Scousers would tell him that.
Sadly, it's not in my history anymore.
Go on, Vigo the Carpathian, miss this, you fucking massive cunt. Ah, bastard. Absolute bastard. Bastards to the law of them. Pardon me. So I'm going to use two different blacks for people playing along at home. I've swapped to speed paint black for their uniform leggings, because it's a black grey. And then the Express from Vallejo, their black, is like a blue black, which I'm going to use for the boots for kind of leathery look. I know you don't really care, but I thought I'd, you know, keep you appraised of the situation. It may also get used for the belts.
Have you any plans for the tasting?
Yeah, red sand. I've
Just
got
red
a
said, nothing fancy.
cigar box battle mat, specifically 4-star schlock that's all subdivided into sectors, and it's kind of red earthy. And then some of them may get some alien plants and the like stuck on there as well. Part of the Tufty Club. In fact, you come from where you're the first one of these. Okay.
Speaking of Tuffy, I was going to ask this earlier. Has anyone seen Tuffy recently?
She was in the Sanctuary a week ago or so.
I feel like she has made herself very rarely appear in chat anymore, but I might just be there at the wrong times. Maybe her working times have just now switched.
I'm pretty sure she got a new GW thing the other week and then hammered it out.
So it's painted already.
Yeah, maybe in my projects bit. Foden, look at him. Fucking hit him fucking harder if he's going to roll around like a cunt. And then nip off and punch Grealish sitting on the bench as well. Because why not? In for a penny, in for a pound with these pricks. Considering the amount of money 115 FC fucking threw around in January, I can only assume they've been told that they're getting away scot-free with all their fucking rule breaking.
You're saying people are paying to break rules?
Qataris. In this case.
Oh, I'm trying to stay away from health and well-being for reasons. But what about her leg? Did she hurt herself? I hope nothing too serious.
Why so serial?
Well, indeed, yes, Commander. Yeah, no, but I do remember that one, but I'm pretty sure I've seen her multiple times after that, but just recently now I'm starting to notice that she's been pretty absent. Just hope she's alright and not fallen into any personal dark cliffs.
See little fucking 20mm round bases, they are balls.
Do you want to have bigger bases?
It'd be nice to have something to hold on to. Even 20mm squares.
Square base. Your friendly homepage provider. Whatever happened to Ward's laser experiment? Did he just send it back?
I've no idea. I think he got to the point where the amount of hassle it was to set fire to your room wasn't worthwhile for what he was outputting.
Good night, Captain Aqua.
So he went back to focusing on 3D printing instead. On the grounds it doesn't set fire to your room, it's just toxic.
I mean, it was a very interesting
2-2.
thing to see that he's starting to try people not to take the prize that is a death ray in their home.
Sorry, messed up.
When it came to the prizes for Spring Clean Challenge and the
Yes.
Warren then said, maybe not take that prize. We'll try to exchange that for something else.
Did he?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying any attention. Not that it mattered. Whatever they were called, X-Laser, is that it?
I don't know.
Went radio silent after the prize was claimed, and we ended up sending 2 conquest armies down to Hutch instead. Because they fucked around for so long. It's like, any chance of sending them the fucking thing?
Maybe he was... maybe the company was annoyed because Warren was going, maybe not. Is Dungeonalia banished this year?
What?
Jill asks, is Dungeonalia banished this year?
Never heard of it. Monumental waste of my time. I'm not saying I deliberately extended Terrain Fest right through it. But I really fucking did. Because I hate it. There's nothing in Dungeonalia that can't be done in Terrain Fest. Or just any other time. However, out of everything we've ever done, it was the one that attracted the least amount of people. Nobody really cared. It's like, why even bother? When we can just go ahead and not do that. I did tell them last year I was going to extend it. And then, I don't know, maybe they all thought I was joking. Hence me saying it the week after.
Better by now.
Yeah. That's why I went, yeah, I've extended that.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to talk about it or if you can even do so. How does OTT measure interaction on the site? What's actually pulling in
I don't know.
views?
No idea, mate.
Okay.
I don't. I don't care. I just know for Dungeonalia, the amount of projects that people actually made and then stuck with was by far and away the smallest by a fucking country mile, which led me to believe nobody really cared. In stark contrast to Terrain Fest, which we'd ran a month earlier, where we got a fuckload of people not only getting involved but also going, this isn't long enough, this should be longer, I love this is great, if only it was more than 1 month, hopefully it'll be more than 1 month next year. The tumbleweeds in comparison for Dungeonalia, at no point was anybody going, oh my god, I really hope that this continues.
Yeah, I get that feedback is an important what do you call it?
Feedback is a gift.
measurement of how successful anything is.
How sexy things are.
Also that. And in that
Sexy
context,
feedback.
I'm the least sexiest man alive. But I don't need to be sexy. I'm married.
Clever bastard.
I even produced offspring, so my function is biologically fulfilled. I'm now allowed to enjoy life as I see fit.
Clever bastard.
I have my moments.
Biological imperative is complete. Your hovercraft is full of eels.
I do not want to buy this record. It is scratched.
No. Tobacconist. Tobacconist.
For some reason, the red and blue contrast makes my eye twitch.
Yes. That makes sense. Oh, that's 3. Oh, that's cheeky, Man City.
Why does that make sense?
Because, think about how TVs work, or at least worked. The old RGB.
Yeah, the cathode ray.
Yeah, so every pixel was
Colors.
fuck yellow. Nobody cares about yellow as a primary color. To make a TV work, you needed red, blue, and green. So having them both close together is bound to be a blurry fucking weirdisms.
Makes sense because you're on Twitch. Wow. Demon sub. Go in the corner, be ashamed of yourself. That's a me level of punnery.
Well, yes, you do an awful lot of terrain walk. You should just knuckle down and start painting sometime. Fighting men's instead. Play some games. Do some bat raps.
You lot are a horrible bunch, but I love you for
Are we though? Are we? I don't think so.
sometimes. And I hate to put it to you, but it's almost 11 C's.
Time for food, but it's so late.
When did that ever stop me? We're now going to have another big sip of... You go. You live there now. See, this is...
Maybe next time we try and do this, I'll work out how to zoom in my camera. It's unlikely, mind you.
Technically, I could zoom in to a degree, but that wouldn't help much. That's nice looking.
Anyway, you get the idea. Need to do the belt black and do the booties black.
With the white, it looks a bit like a chef's apron.
Yes. But it's okay, I've got my black Lotus for my boots and belts. And of course, Robbie the Robot to go up against fucking Mongrilla. In fact, not just one fucking Mongrilla, 2 fucking Mongrillas.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Will they survive? Will they accomplish their mission?
Tune
Stay
in,
tuned.
Mr. Starschlock.
And tune in again next
time.
week.
Same bad channel.
Hold on. See, they're live. Wow. Now I need to shut down all the lightings.
Shut down all the lightings.
Blinded by the light.
Blinded by a light. And put a heavy lump underneath there.
Blinded by the enlightened. Still waiting for the great faction that is...
Imperium?
I was hoping they would be announced this
Oh!
month.
I mean, this month isn't over yet, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Enlighten's coming. Oh my Christ! Shit on me. But don't know when that's happening. If I do that, then I go there, and I go that one.
Romans go the house.
Still can't see the top of their heads, but you can see more of the bodies now.
Yes,
So, I mean, it's got that going for it.
indeed. And there's Jerry. That's going to be a thumbnail at some point. At least I got you grinning in front of Starschlock and not Mr. Musk.
Elon. And
Elongated.
And Jetter. Shetter? I don't know.
Yes.
I shouldn't speak out loud, but I will.
A small update on my Skelly Bob comparison.
Yes. It's the one
still...
where you went ahead and bought the War Games Atlantic despite everybody saying don't do that. Or sorry, not War Games Atlantic, the War Games Factory ones from Warlord.
I did buy those and a set of oath marks, just for comparison's sake.
What a monumental waste of your life, mate.
And the oath mark is still not back in stock. The rest is already packed and waiting for the last piece.
You know why it's not back in stock? Because it's garbage.
The oath mark?
No.
Yeah, the oath mark is not in stock.
The oath mark's not in stock because it's really nice and people buy it. The War Games Factory are permanently in stock because nobody wants those fucking things with their factory
Actually, it
nickels.
was sold out also, but it's back in stock.
I can't imagine that's true. I think they probably just set that one to say sold out so other people didn't feel bad.
Why would I lie to you?
I'm not talking about you lying to me, I'm talking about them lying to you.
Why would they do that? I'm their friend. They only take my money.
That's it.
Okay, people of the interwebs, thank you for being here and see you again next week. Hopefully, potentially tomorrow on the live premiere of Industry Awards. Moonstone, 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 Moonstone. Hopefully.